that Damien Hardwick has decided that his time as Richmond coach has come to a close. A text message was sent to all staff about 7 o'clock calling them to a mandatory meeting tomorrow morning. And Tom Morris has penned the report that Damien Hardwick will announce there that he is quitting as the Tigers coach. That story is correct. It's unclear whether Hardwick is going to coach on Sunday against Port Adelaide, but it is equally unfathomable that he wouldn't take a moment to acknowledge what has been. He is the longest serving coach the club has had. He will leave as an icon with those 3 premierships to his name.
Oh, he might leave as Richmond's greatest ever coach, mate. It's a moniker that should sit comfortably. Whether he coaches the last game or not is neither here nor there. By me, he doesn't seek adulation, Damien Hardwick. This is a bombshell, an absolute bombshell. They were a couple of bad decisions away on the weekend from keeping their September finals hopes alive, and everyone was believing they had the capacity to do some damage, but that extraordinary loss to the Bombers by a point. And we don't know the reasons until Damien Hardwick speaks.
That's his story to tell.
Yep, so we're all just surmising here. It's only happened in the last 20 minutes. We're only surmising the reasons why Hardwick has chosen, when you get there, 2010?
10?
It's 2013, round 10. He may be burnt out, mate. He may be burnt out. As Nathan Buckley just iterated on the couch. She's a tough business.
Yeah.
AFL coaching.
Game's longest serving coach up to this moment, who's active, made finals in 13, 14 and 15. They were their agonising set of elimination finals losses. Had to survive the review of 2016, and that laid the platform for what was to come. Glorious premierships in 17, 19 and 20. And they soared in 2018, played some of their best footy in that year, but lost in a preliminary final.
This opens the door. Always when a coach falls, when the coach resigns, the coach leaves the football club, and it's a powerhouse like Richmond, Jared, it opens the door for great speculation from here until the end of the year. The first thing that came to our minds was Ken Hinkley at Port Adelaide. He's out of contract at the end of this year. Talks have been parked until August. David Koch, the chairman, is not balking on those talks. Damien Hardwick was Kenny Hinkley was chased last year by the Bombers. They probably had a 4 or 5 year deal in the making for him. He chose not to be part of that process. If he did, he probably would have got it, probably. This is before they went after Brad Scott. What does Richmond do? They put every name down on the board, every name. So, right, who's gettable? Who do we go after? I know, let's make an inquiry to Ken Hinkley.
Yeah, who's never coached better. And
top of his game,
who is notionally gettable.
I don't think he is, personally.
No, I can't see.
I don't think he is.
But if they don't want him, I think that's been the realisation of the first part of the season, is if Port Adelaide don't want him, there's going to be a queue for Ken Hinkley in what we're seeing. That's jumping just a little far of where we are tonight.
No, just a little bit. What do you think the Alistair Clarkson situation at North Melbourne may or could have played a role in Damien Hardwick's decision?
I think it puts it really front of mind what the toll on the coaches currently is, and we know how close they are. You would have heard how passionately Damien Hardwick spoke on Friday. So that only he can answer that, what the realisation of that is, what the toll over such a lengthy period of time, and maybe that moment of internal reflection when you realise you don't have the next part of the journey in you, because Richmond's journey is changing now.
Yep.
That loss on Saturday night is the loss that changes the aim for this year and for what is to come next. And the coach has to have that private moment of going, OK, so do I have that next phase of down and then start it all over again in me?
Maybe it's a realisation that it's over. As simple as that.
Yep.
We were in the fight, and guess what? If I looked out here with my new glasses, Jared, Richmond are in 14th spot with 3 wins after 10 games. They're not playing finals. So Damien Hardwick could have said, you know what? It's over. It's time for this club to rebuild without him making decisions on some of his favourite players who have taken him to premierships, and they've cried for him, they're bloodied for him, and he says, you know, maybe it's time for the new person to come in and make decisions on the new direction of this football club.
It will be an extraordinary day at Punt Road tomorrow, and there will be an incredible outpouring that Tigers fans will be feeling right now, that immense sense of gratitude and loyalty that they have formed with him. And that's regardless of what his personal intentions are. I hope he's there on Sunday. I know you say he doesn't seek adulation, but in these moments, you have to... There's a moment to lift your eyes and actually acknowledge all that you have got. You have controlled people's hopes and dreams and delivered what they'd nearly given up on. And for that, they will always be immensely grateful.
Who would have thought tonight you would have been the sentimental one and I would have been I don't care. Go back to Nathan Buckley's last game at Collingwood, the most recent one, and that was a really glorious day.
It was lovely.
It was a glorious day, and he deserves everything he gets, Damien Hardwick.
They play Port Adelaide, you know, on Sunday, as it all turns out.
They do too.
So Jack Riewoldt is here tomorrow night, so it ensures a blockbuster Tuesday night.